just get the break at the end?
Yeah, I mean, it was back and forth the whole game. I think each team had a lot of opportunities, obviously. We just failed to convert on our power play there, 4-on-3, and it ended up biting us that they came back and got one, and they took advantage.
When you look at the flow of this game, was it something you were expecting with this team after what you saw out of them earlier in the year up in Rockford?
Well, we knew that was that was a different team we played. They've been on a pretty good hot streak here, and we knew it was going to be a tough game no matter what. You never really expect to play 7-6 games, but we know we can score. Right now, it's just we need to find a way to keep the puck out of our net.
When you look at keeping the puck out of your net, and you look at I think it's the last 3 home games here, it's been 6, 6, and 5 that you guys have scored. Is it something where you're looking at quantity, quality for opponents' chances? What are you guys seeing that is going wrong with the amount for goals for them?
A lot of it's our own doing. We're making big mistakes at bad times, and I think a lot of the times we're hanging our goalies out to dry, and we can't have that. It's got to be smart. We got to make smart plays all the time. We got to know that the offense is going to come as long as we play solid defense, and we're going to get opportunities. But right now, sometimes we're cheating, sometimes we're just mental errors that are really costing us these games.
Rockford, it's been 7 years now, but you guys have been, seems like, going back and forth. Kind of a weird rivalry to have with a team that's not anywhere close to you geographically.
Yeah, I think they're always a tough team to play. They always play a pretty simple, hard game, and that can lead to some temperatures rising for some guys, and the bodies get flying around a little bit, and I think it's healthy to have those good rivalries. That's what, when it comes down to the end of the season, playoff hockey, that's what you're going to get most games, and playing those games in the regular season is only going to help you in the end.
You guys get a couple days off for the next game in Milwaukee, I think on Sunday. What do you think the big things you need to work on to be successful out there?
I think, like I said, we got to figure out a way to minimize our mistakes and keep the puck out of our net. I think we obviously need a little work on our PP and PK. I think they got 2 PP goals. The first one was kind of a tough bounce, and then the 4-on-3 there where I think our D just got too tired, and they were out there for the whole thing and couldn't get out on the guy. He just walks down the middle, and not much Jack can do. But I think it's always going to come back to defense first, and that's kind of the mentality we got to start taking here.
Do you look at the goals that this team is scoring, and you guys have, even though in the end it's a loss, but to force overtime, the group's kind of galvanized late in third periods. Is that something in mentality you've noticed some of the young guys have just? Is that something that picks up on that you guys notice on the bench before the goal even goes in? Anything like that?
I think I said it. Like we know we got offense, and we know we can put the puck in the net. So, I don't think we're that worried when we're down 5 minutes left. We have confidence that we're at least going to get a couple chances, and we only need to put one in to tie it up. But in the end, the last couple games we get that equalizer, and we just can't find the next one or find a way to keep that another one out of our net to get into overtime in the one game and force us maybe into a shootout or something. So, I think we're not lacking in the confidence department and in scoring. It's it's going to come back to now. We got to figure it out and maybe go back to the drawing board a little bit and figure out how we got to play to keep the puck out of our net.
Hey, Travis.